Hello, and welcome to the third event of our Geometry Dash Clan Tournament bracket. Today we have Ice vs Team Sigma along with Void vs Moem shortly after this stream. I'm your host Trouble PKGD and I'm here with my co-host Foxdemix who will be helping me commentate today.
So, on to how this event's gonna work. We have a set qualifying percent that we worked out with all the players, which is the percent where the players will start gaining points. For example, if the qual is at 25, then a player must reach 25 to start gaining points for their team. The points move up along with the level percentage, meaning if a player gets 30, then they're gonna get 30 points. On top of all this, we have a few bonus multipliers that'll multiply the players' points if they can reach them. Generally, the qual will be set around 25% of the level's difficulty. The bonus multipliers will then be at around 50, 75, and 100%. Specifically at 100%, there will always be a 2.5 times multiplier, meaning that the max points you can get in a single attempt is 250.
The team that ends the run with the most points will earn a clan score. Every match will consist of 3 rounds, meaning this is going to be a best of 3. And with all of that said, we can finally get to introducing our players. So, alright, as we can see here in the top right here, top left here, we have Darkad, and we have Skyreox representing the Ice Clan. For Team Sigma, we have Naraoka and Marbllee. So, I'm going to don't know what's going on with me right now. I'm going to interview the players for Ice. Darkad, how are you feeling about Reverence and how did your practice go?
I practiced a lot. I beat it 12 times and like 2 times in a row, multiple times. But like the level is like really bad. It's really buggy and unbalanced. But I guess we will do it with this level, and I feel pretty confident, but I'm still really stressed.
Okay, I got you. And multiple 2 times in a row is good. So best of luck. Moving on to Skyreox. How are you feeling about Reverence and how did your practice go?
Just as Darkad, I'm stressing a lot. It's a lot of pressure on me, on us, I mean. But even if I only had 4 days to practice it, I think I'm finally ready to play it today. Like this morning, I beat it around 30 times. So yeah, I'm really confident about this.
Okay, awesome. Moving over to Team Sigma, we have Naraoka. How are you feeling about Reverence and how did your practice go?
I feel a little bit nervous since I've never been like I've never been to any tournaments before, so I'm feeling like a lot of nervous here. And for practice, I pretty much practice Reverence just like for like 2 days. Just 2 days and never got really that much completion. So I'm just hoping I could beat it.
Okay, well, best of luck. And yeah, so moving on to Marbllee. Same questions to you. How are you feeling about Reverence and how did your practice go? I think Marbllee might be...
They're talking.
Oh, they're talking? Why are they muted for me? What is going on? This has happened a few times. Okay, never mind. There we go. Sorry, you can speak.
Well, first, I feel very nervous, of course. And as for the practice, I beat it at least 15 times already.
15 times?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well,
and
best
even
of...
made a Denoman Wave version.
A Denoman Wave version. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, best of luck. We're going to do a countdown here. And on go, all the players can get started. So, in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, starting the match. It is a bit earlier for us. We normally wouldn't be streaming it at this time. Every event has been a bit later, so bear with us. It is earlier in the day for us. But yeah, this is Reverence. Actually quite a popular extreme. I feel most people will have either had some experience with this level or have at least heard of it. also. Okay, just wanted to make sure that screen share wasn't gonna just randomly die on us. That's fine. We do also have player information for this match, so we can look at some of the ice players here. Actually, I think that is currently... I should have prepared this a little bit better. 1 second.
Yeah, I can start reading stuff off about them. So,
Okay, go for it.
starting with Darkad representing Ice, their hardest is Rust, but for other notable completions of theirs, they've also beaten Wazaretta and Quantum Processing. So they seem maybe a little timing's carried based off of those hardest, but you never know. We'll see.
And as for Skyreox,
And then moving...
their hardest is
Skyreox.
Ordinary, which is actually a main list. They've also beaten Starlight Summit and Zodiac. They have over 100 list points on Zodiac. And also, we already see a completion from Skyreox. That was, I think, literally first attempt, I believe.
I believe we also got a completion from Naraoka on their first attempt as well.
I
Yep,
shouldn't have
double
been so distracted
completion.
trying to get that information pulled up. That's my bad. Okay, so actually right now, we do see Ice in the lead by 84 points. Although, Team Sigma closing that gap down to 50 points at the moment. I do see... Oh, okay, so Darkad has their percentage visible, but it's in, like, the top left. Gotcha. And also same for Marbllee. It makes it a little trickier to see, but that's fine. We see Skyreox on a really good attempt here, currently at 59%. Going into the 2 times multiplier. Oh, dying 1% before the 2 times multiplier.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, that's missed points right there, but they are still in the lead by 177 points, so that is good for Ice. To be clear, Ice does say that they are representing the Ice Kingdom and not Ice in the United States. They did want to make that clear in their initial application for the whole tournament, so just to clear that up for anybody wondering.
So, as far as Reverence, this level's a bit infamously buggy, as the players mentioned, so that'll be interesting to pay attention to, see if we see any weird jank stuff going on during this match.
For sure. I feel like that's like the thing I hear about Reverence, like, consistently, is like, it's buggy. Everyone that talks about Reverence talks about how buggy this level is. Right now we see Naraoka on a very good attempt here, possibly getting another completion on the board. This level does have an end screen, so the level does end early, and there we go. Another completion for Naraoka, and actually, this is going to put Team Sigma back into the lead. However, we do see, I believe Skyreox just got points on the board as well, which is actually going to open the gap enough that Team Sigma can't take the lead back.
Still within a completion, though. Still very, very close.
Oh, did that close the screen share for a second? My bad. It's fine. Everything is still there. Right now we see Skyreox in a good attempt, possibly getting to the 1.5 times multiplier, and they do. Darkad currently at the beginning of the level. We see Naraoka also on a good attempt. Oh, dying to 36%. So right now, I think... In fact, I think literally everybody is pretty much at the beginning right now. Yeah. We could be seeing some qualifying runs on any second. I'll warm up into this. My commentary is like not.
It's a bit early in the morning.
Yeah, we also got like back-to-back streams today, so we got like a lot of this to do today. Hopefully by like round 2 of today, we're actually going to be, you know, locked in.
Exactly. Well, both Naraoka and Skyreox at around the same percentage, both in second qual, approaching third, and Naraoka dies, I believe that was at exactly third qual, so they did get the bonus points, but Skyreox is still going, trying to get that completion. Approaching the end screen, it's about 5% away.
Will only put Ice further into the lead at the moment, and there they go, getting the completion. They do have to sit through this end screen, otherwise they will not get the points, so yeah, they gotta wait a little bit here. Get a little break, a little breather.
This does
and we see Marbllee going into the start position copy. An interesting strategy.
personally, for me, if I was one of these players, I wouldn't want to risk wasting the time. But I don't know. Maybe if you just really need the practice, it might be
they're
worth
already
it.
done.
Yep.
I mean, it was quick. They just wanted to practice that one little part. We do see Naraoka on a very good attempt here. This could be, I believe, would this be Naraoka's third completion if they get this?
This would be their third completion, yes.
And there they go. Yeah, there we go. 3 completions for Naraoka. That's actually really, really good.
They're gonna need it. Their Dragon not too far behind, but their Team Sigma's fallen a little bit behind Ice right now, and especially with Skyreox on another attempt in the second
definitely.
wall.
Just about to make it
Approaching
into the
the
2 times
third.
multiplier. There they go, making it there. Currently we have 8 minutes, 52 seconds remaining. Currently we have Ice in the lead by 174 points, but the gap is about to open up even more as Skyreox gets another completion on the board. Right now we see Darkad on a pretty good run as well. Currently at 41%, so that is in the 1.5 times multiplier. So we also see Naraoka on another good run.
Darkad unfortunately dies in right before third qual, actually at 63%.
Ooh, I've seen a 63 and a 64 death, and also Naraoka dying at 70%. Does get that 2 times multiplier though. Skyreox also on a good attempt here. Could be making it to the 2 times multiplier. Still a bit to go. Marbllee also in the qualifying range. Ooh, but does die. We see Skyreox making it into that 2 times multiplier. Does die right as we bring it up. But that is good points on the board. Currently 495 points ahead of Team Sigma. So this is a pretty good lead for Ice. 7 minutes 20 seconds remaining. It is definitely possible for Team Sigma to pull this back, but that would probably require the 2 Ice players pretty much getting stuck at the beginning for a bit. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Team Sigma's gonna have to work for this one at this point. Naraoka, though, on another really good run.
Oh, and Marbllee back into the start position copy. Yeah, Naraoka on a very good attempt here. Makes it into the 2 times multiplier range. We also see Darkad in the qualifying range as well. Ooh, but does die right as I say that. And that is another completion for Naraoka.
That is very, very impressive. I would like to talk a little bit about our players on Team Sigma here. Starting with Naraoka, their hardest is Gagatrandra. Also notable completions. They have beaten Unknown and Shiketsu, so pretty unique few hardest there, I would say. And they have over 100 list points on Pointer Crate.
Gagatrandra, Shiketsu, and
Unknown.
Unknown,
Yeah.
very, very hard levels, so very, very good player we have here.
Definitely. And moving on to Marbllee, their hardest is Ouroboros Start Post 2. However, they do have Gagatrandra in 2 runs, which is very impressive. That's quite the jump.
I have a common theme here.
Yeah.
We also see Skyreox at 77% at the moment, so all eyes on Skyreox. Could be seeing a completion. And there it is, another completion on the board. That's already a lot of completions in just this round.
Oh yeah, certainly. And apparently earlier we seemed to have missed it, but Skyreox did get 2 in a row at some point. So very, very impressive.
Do we have information for Marbllee?
Oh yeah, I did say
You did say that. You're right. Yeah, you
yeah.
did. My bad. We see Naraoka on a very good attempt here.
Yeah, especially with this attempt from Naraoka. Though it is over 2 completions.
Yeah, I was going to say it's outside of a 2 completion game at the moment. Naraoka getting another completion on the board though to try close that gap, but we do currently see Skyreox in the qualifying range. In fact, making it 2, or actually is already in the 1.5 times multiplier range. Very close to the 2 times multiplier range. Yeah, this could definitely be a completion on the board for Skyreox. And any second, there they go. That was actually perfectly synced with the music on the
And I do believe that's another 2 times in a row from Skyreox. That's their 5th completion of the round.
So actually, they're just, with that completion, making it back into most points scored this round. It's kind of going a bit back and forth between Naraoka and Skyreox. As it stands, Ice is currently in the lead with 2,697 points, 502 points ahead of Team Sigma at the moment. We do see, at the moment, Skyreox currently into the 1.5 times multiplier range. Everyone else kind of at the beginning.
This could be huge for Team Ice. This could solidify them the lead here. If this is a completion, it's going to be a little rough for Team Sigma trying to catch up after that.
Yeah, definitely. With 3 minutes, 12 seconds remaining, you would have to perform really well, but I think it's definitely still possible.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Actually, is it? I don't even know.
It definitely is, but I feel like the Team Ice players would have to slow down a little bit here at the end, which doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
Is that 3 in a row
But you
for
never know.
Skyreox, by the way?
That was 3 in a row from Skyreox. That is very, very impressive.
Reverence is dead.
Our first is dead of the day.
We also see Naraoka on a very good attempt here.
Unfortunate death. They did, however, make it to the 3rd qual. They died right at 65, so they did get those extra points, luckily. But they're going to need a little more than that if they want to catch up.
So Skyreox on another good attempt. In fact, this might even be an attempt for 4 in a row.
Yep, it would be if they completed here.
That'll lock in. 4 in a row would be crazy. Ooh, dice is 76. 376% though. Very, very impressive.
Definitely, definitely. And that's a death in 2nd qual from Naraoka. Does actually bring it back into a 2 completion game, however,
with only a minute 30 seconds remaining.
Not looking great.
Yeah.
Especially Skyreox already on another qualifying attempt.
Yeah, Skyreox is going crazy, and so is Naraoka. Both of those players are going like absolutely crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Marblle's definitely picked
Between
it up
those
in the beginning here.
Yeah, between those 2 players, we've seen 11 completions in this round
11
so far.
completions in like 15 minutes. In fact, in like 14 minutes. That's crazy.
Absolutely insane. And that is another completion from Skyreox.
Oh, and Marbllee. Marbllee getting a completion on the board as well.
Oh, that is Marblle's first completion of the round.
We also see Naraoka possibly going for a completion here as well. Currently at 71%. We do have 30 seconds left on the timer. Players do get to finish their attempt when the timer hits 0. But as soon as they die after the timer hits 0, it will be over for them.
That is a completion for Naraoka.
Yeah, that is like technically kind of like a triple completion.
We have 10 seconds left in the match.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And everybody is on their final attempts here. Any death will be their final attempt. Gotta keep an eye on all of these screens.
Skyreox entering that third qual, possibly. Ooh, and that is it for Marbllee.
Marbllee is officially done. Marbllee can stop playing.
Skyreox
everyone
going
else
for
is still
completion
got-
on their
yeah.
final attempt,
Oh,
and they
wow.
get it.
Double
Darkad
completion.
also with a completion, double completion
Was that
from
like
Team
pretty much
Ice on the
synced? Yeah,
final
that's pretty much
attempt.
synced.
Naraoka
That's a way for Ice to end this round.
on their last attempt.
We're gonna get triple. Oh, never mind.
Ooh.
That will be Naraoka
That is-
done. Naraoka can stop playing.
And that is it
There we
for
go.
the first round of the day.
Okay, so if you want to interview the players, see how they're feeling.
Oh, of course. Starting with Darkad, how do you feel about
Yeah.
your performance today?
I feel like really bad because I choked like a lot. I die a lot at 3 parts. Like I could beat it 3 or 4 times, but I only beat it once. But I guess we still won. Like Skyreox carried, and also we beat it at the same time. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that
like-
last attempt was crazy.
Yeah, and at the same time.
Yeah. Awesome,
yeah.
awesome. All right, moving on to Skyreox. How do you feel about your performance today?
I've played my best. Like I think I've done it 3 times in a row, and I never managed to do that until now.
Yeah, you did.
I think it was 376%, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
something like that. But damn, you will hear on my recording that I keep stressing and breathing really loud.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's
I'm really happy
understandable.
with what I've done here.
Yeah, same. I'm really happy.
Awesome, awesome. Well, moving on to Naraoka. How do you feel about your performance in today's match?
I wasn't nervous. I was just feeling a bit greedy. I was trying to get 3 times in a row, or might be 5 times in a row, but I got a bit greedy and I keep dying to like easy parts. It's like so
Yeah.
bad.
It's understandable. Well, you still were the second highest scoring player of the first round today, so very, very impressive.
Wow.
Yep. All right, and moving on to Marbllee. How do you feel about your performance today?
That was very terrible, bro. I was stuck on a few parts more than like 5 times, and only beat it once.
Well, at least you did get the completion. That's always good.
Yeah. Alright, well, that brings us to the end of the first round. That gives Ice the first point with 4,113 combined points. Team Sigma with 3,425 points. We're going to go to a 5-minute break screen. We will be back for the next round with Godspeed. Okay, we are back. Sorry for that small delay there. We are ready to get started on Godspeed. Let's go over to our overlay.
Died at the beginning of the level real quick. I apologize for this. We just need to make sure everyone's connected.
Sorry, just give us one split second here.
All right, everyone's in.
Okay, awesome. We can go over to our overlay here. So, for Godspeed, representing the Ice Clan, we have Meyrist and we have Larrycow. For Team Sigma, we have Kosi, Suki, and Ahmeddiaz. So, I believe for this round, we will be interviewing Meyrist. So, I might be wrong. If I am, feel free to just not respond to me. But, how are you feeling about Godspeed and how did your practice go?
Okay, so first, I think Godspeed is a pretty good level, but the UFO at 68 is really bad and awkward. This is the worst gameplay of all time. And for the practicing, I didn't have the time to practice a lot, so I finished the learning of the level yesterday. So it's kinda bad. But I'm kinda nervous, but I still...
Kinda nervous, gotcha.
So,
well, best of luck. And moving on to Larrycow, how are you feeling about Godspeed and how did your practice go?
I feel pretty confident. I beat it a total of 24 times.
24 times?
Yeah. I don't know how I did it, but I beat it 4 times in a row. I'm a bit stressed and I enjoyed playing this level.
Okay, awesome. And 4 times in a row is crazy. Moving on to Team Sigma, we have Kosi, Suki. How are you feeling about Godspeed and how did your practice go? Might not be getting an interview there, and I do believe we're not getting one from Ahmeddiaz either. So I think with that said, I think we're ready to get started here. So, starting our 15-minute timer in 3... Oh, actually, if all players can refresh the level as well, just hit the update button, the one below the red X. Perfect, awesome. Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1... go. And that's our 15-minute timer beginning. All the players will be deafened. So, this is an interesting level. The first thing I thought of when I saw this was just sync.
Yeah, that's the exact same thing I thought.
Really looks like sync. I think it is made by Odsy, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not
sure. We will have player information. In fact, I'll get straight to that for the first 2 players. I had someone randomly DMing me in that break time, so I need to move back to my player information.
If you want me to, I can read it because when you like go off of it, it like
I can fix that though. That's my bad. I believe I have it all right here. So for Godspeed, we have Meyrist. His hardest is Snowbound, and also his list percent on Kyuki, and his top 350 on Pointer Crate. So they're a very, very good player. Best of luck to them on Kyuki. And for Larrycow, their hardest is Natural Disaster, and they've also beaten Sky Shredder and Call Me Maybe. So very good players on the Ice Clan here. We'll give a bit of player information for Team Sigma shortly. We already see Meyrist getting 38 points on the board, so that currently puts Godspeed, yeah, Ice into the lead. However, also I do need to mute these. If you can give player information for the other teams, that'd be great. 1 second.
Oh yeah, sure. So moving on to Team Sigma, we have Kosi Suki, who their hardest is Wazoretta, and among other notable completions of theirs, they've beaten Project Girl Boss. So definitely, they're going to have to really work for this match, considering the competition they're up against. But it is not always the case that the people with the highest Pointer Crate rank wins the matches.
I do want to point out that Larrycow did just get a completion on the board as well.
Oh, wow. Very impressive. Moving on to Ahmeddiaz, also for Team Sigma. Their hardest is Oblivion, which they actually beat just a week ago. So GG's to them on Oblivion. Other notable completions, they've also beaten Cog and Kuzaretta. So they definitely have a certain type of level they enjoy, clearly. Very muscle memory-based stuff. We'll see if that aids them well in today's match.
And also,
That is a
Meyrist
completion
getting a
from
completion
Meyrist.
on the board, so this is a really strong start for Ice. And do keep in mind, and also a new best for Kosi Suki. I don't know if that's an actual new best, but so generally speaking, really good start for Ice. Do keep in mind they already did get 1 clan score in the first round, so if they do win this round, that is pretty much just a win for Ice. We would play the final round. Just for respect to the players, you know, they have put a lot of time into practicing for this, so we do want to make sure they actually get that opportunity to play on stream. Currently, as it stands, 538 points for Ice, 168 points for Team Sigma, meaning they are 370 points behind. There's still 11 minutes 49 seconds, so anything could happen here. A lot of players get a lot of nerves earlier in the round and then start to perform better later on, so yeah, we'll see how this plays out.
I was actually just informed by another player on Team Ice that Meyrist did beat Kyuki 2 days ago, so that is actually their new hardest.
Yeah, that's insane.
Very, very impressive.
Yeah, big congratulations to them. We have qualifyings of 29% for this level. The first multiplier is at 47, then 63, and then of course the usual 100%. Right now, we do see Meyrist in the qualifying range. So this is a very, very strong start for Ice. It's not looking great for Team Sigma, to be honest, but like I said, it is too early to say anything for sure. And we also see Larrycow into the qualifying range as well. In fact, I think Ahmeddiaz is actually on a really, really good attempt here.
I believe so. I think that was a
die,
death in the 70s. That was
Yeah, that
81, actually. Their
81,
best
so that's
attempt
really
of the
good
round.
points on the board. Actually closing the gap quite a bit, but it's still outside of a completion game.
However, I think we're seeing a completion here from Meyrist.
Yeah, that's another completion. That's their second completion of the round already. I'd actually never heard of this level prior to when this got picked, but it is an interesting level. It does seem to change style quite a bit, but I don't think I dislike that. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an interesting level. As you said, I have also not seen it up until this point, so...
That beginning is just so funny to me. It's literally just sync.
Yeah.
Currently, we have Larrycow in a qualifying run. It is kind of hard to tell where Ahmeddiaz is sometimes. I generally just notice a certain part of the level, and I'm like, oh, they're on a good attempt.
Exactly, and that is a death from Larrycow at 47. Right at the 1.5 times multiplier, so at least they got the points for that.
Already up to 1,033 points.
Yeah, not looking great for Team Sigma here. They're already over 2 completions behind, but they have plenty of time to make that back up in the second half of this match. In fact, we're not even halfway through yet, so... There have been bigger comebacks.
Yeah, and we do see Meyrist on a really good attempt here as well. Currently in the 1.5 times multiplier range, on the way for that 2 times multiplier. We also see Larrycow into the qualifying range.
I believe Ahmeddiaz is almost at the exact same percent as Larrycow.
Oh yeah, they're in like... Oh yeah, they're like pretty much synced up right now. Yeah,
Meyrist
could be getting a
approaching
completion.
the very end. It would be their 3rd completion of the round.
Ooh, and I do believe Ahmeddiaz died somewhere there. And Meyrist getting the 3rd completion of this round. Very good points on the board. Currently actually the highest scoring player of this round. We do see Larrycow also on the way for that completion. Can they do it? I have no idea how hard this ending is. Also, interesting, a tacos part at the end. Actually, I was just looking at it, I think it looked like the corridor part. It's funny.
Well, now Team Ice, or Ice Clan, over 1,000 points in the lead. This is
Yeah.
looking very rough for Team Sigma here.
But it's looking very good for Team Ice at the same time. Like, if they can get the win on this round, which is looking honestly very likely, that will pretty much secure their spot in the quarterfinals.
Yep.
Currently see Meyrist at 62%, getting into that 2x multiplier range. Yeah, Ice is just going crazy in this round. They're getting very, very good points. And in fact, both their players very, very similarly matched right now. One was 788 points and the other was 778 points. So only 10 points apart from each other. We do see Suki getting into the qualifying range here. Ooh, commentator's curse though. They do die as soon as I bring it up. And also Larrycow back into the qualifying range as well. Meyrist back into the qualifying range.
I do believe Ahmeddiaz is also pretty deep into qualifying, though I'm not exactly sure where. Ooh, that is a death. That was 41%.
Not quite that 1.5 times multiplier, but close.
Still about 1,000 points between Ice Clan and Team Sigma here.
That is just currently by 1 point outside of a 1,000 point game. However, we do see Team Sigma getting more points on the board, closing it into 938, now into 898. As soon as I bring that up, it just completely changes. We see Meyrist into the qualifying range here, and also Larrycow on a very good attempt. We actually have a very interesting level for our final round of this match. A level I have a feeling most people are familiar with, which is Idols. Which is actually going to be quite a long round because it is a near 4-minute level, so we do give the players extra time. Also, Larrycow just about to get a completion here. There we go, another completion on the board for Team Ice here.
That
and
is
also,
Larrycow's 3rd completion and the 6th completion for Ice Clan this match, this round, I should say.
Because Meyrist
wow,
getting another completion on the board. I don't like the combination of numbers that we just said there, but we ignore that.
Yep.
Currently 4 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. Currently, Team Ice are 1,365 points ahead of Team Sigma. I'm not really thinking it's possible for Team Sigma to pull this back at this point. I think at this point it's pretty safe to say that Ice have secured their spot in the quarterfinals. But again, of course, we will play that final round out of respect to the players. They have put time into practicing Idols. We do want to get that match out there. Currently, we see Suki on the qualifying range as well, on the way to that 1.5 times multiplier. We see Meyrist at 55. Ooh, death for Suki there, but they do get that multiplier, so that is more points on the board.
All players generally in the beginning right now, though Meyrist is in first qual currently.
Yep. Only 2 minutes, 54 seconds remaining. Ooh, a death at 43 from Meyrist.
Believe Ahmeddiaz is approaching around 40%.
Oh, there we go.
Meaning that they are currently the furthest in the level out of anyone. Hoping we might be able to see a completion from Team Sigma here before the end of the match.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
definitely.
that is a death from Ahmeddiaz.
We do see Larrycow at 45% at the moment, getting into that 1.5 times multiplier range. It's just going to be even more points for Team Ice with their 2,417 points. Ooh, but they do die. Good attempt though, good attempt, good points. We also see Meyrist into the qualifying range. On their way to that 1.5 times multiplier. Can they do it? Yes, they can. And also, Suki getting into the qualifying range here. Ooh.
What is funny to see is both the players on Ice Clan still have almost the exact same amount of points. They have been consistently within about 50 points of each other for this entire round.
However, we do see Meyrist currently at 84%. At this, well, never mind. Larrycow does die, so maybe that gap's gonna open up right at the end here.
Maybe.
And there we go. Another completion for Meyrist, who actually has now scored 1,496 points in this round alone. We only have 39 seconds remaining. Can they get another qualifying attempt just to get that up to 1,500 points?
And will we be seeing a completion from Team Sigma before the end of the match? We'll have to see. It seems like there's a tendency for at least one of the players to have a completion on the final attempt. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. So it seems to be a reoccurring thing. We do see both players for Ice in the qualifying range right now. We only have 8 seconds remaining. That'll be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And everyone's on their final attempt. Gotta keep an eye out here. Any death will put player out of this round. Everybody's still going. Meyrist looking like they could go for that completion on the final attempt, like we said.
And that is a death from Suki.
Ooh, Suki is officially done. They can stop playing.
All the other players still going.
Ooh, and Meyrist
That is
dying.
A death from Meyrist.
So Meyrist is officially done. They can also stop playing. Is Ahmeddiaz still going? Oh, right as I said
and that was their final attempt.
Yeah, there we go. So Ahmeddiaz can stop playing.
Finished.
And we see Larrycow. Can they get that last attempt completion that we were talking about? Currently it's 64%. Is it possible?
They are in the 2 times multiplier.
Yep. Oh, much more to go here. Currently at 82%. This would mean if they can get this completion, Ice does end both their rounds with at least a completion.
That is true, and there it is.
Last attempt completion for Larrycow. Larrycow can stop playing. So, to announce the current standings, this match is Team Sigma with 1,396 points and Team Ice with 3,357 points. So congratulations to Team Ice. That does actually mean they have made it to the quarterfinals, as it's not really possible for Team Sigma to take this back. We will still do the final round. I'm going to let Fox Demics interview these players and see how they're feeling. I believe it will just be the Ice players. I don't think the Team Sigma players are having interviews. So.
Yep. Alrighty. So starting with Meyrist, how do you feel about your performance today?
I said that I finished the learning of the level yesterday and I managed to beat it like 5 times, I don't know, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how...
You have 5 completions. It was very impressive.
Yeah, very good performance.
All right, moving on to Larrycow. How do you feel you did today?
I'm very proud of me because I beat it 4 times, so that's it.
All right,
Awesome.
awesome. Well, I'm glad you're proud of yourself.
It's worth noting as well that for both players on ice, like we had Meyrist with 1,670 points, and then we had Larrycow with 1,687 points. So they both scored really, really similarly. It was like that actually most of the time, to be honest. Anyway, that is us done with this round. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and we will be back with idols. So, yeah, let's go to the break screen. Okay, we are back. Sorry for that small delay there. I think we are ready to get started, so I'm going to move over to the main event screen. Okay, so for this round, we have Idols, a very popular level. We have zLayse, Gab, Asolihinn, and ItzSalty. So, gonna interview these players. zLayse, how are you feeling about Idols, and how did your practice go?
I actually didn't beat the level before yesterday, so yeah, and I managed to be like twice in a row and 7 times.
Okay,
in,
that's honestly really good for that small amount of time.
Yeah, I also feel like I'm pretty much consistent everything except some clicks, like at 21 or some clicks in the duel. But yeah, except that I feel pretty confident, especially
Okay.
knowing we're in the quarter.
Awesome. So, moving on to Gab, how are you feeling about the match? How are you feeling about Idols and just everything in general?
I am very stressful. Even though I managed to beat it like 23 times.
23 times.
I am not really confident because I lost all my consistency. Like 1 week later, I managed to beat it like almost 7 times in a row, but I lost all my consistency.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully you can pick that consistency back up where it matters. Moving on to Team Sigma. I don't know if Asolihinn is going to be having an interview here, but if you are, how are
I
you?
am down for it.
Okay,
Pardon,
awesome.
here.
How are you feeling about Idols and just the match in general?
About idols, well, actually, I've been actually a fan of this level since like 2017 when it first came out. I do really like this level, but it has really stressful choke points, and I do really hope the best for me to not choke in like 21%. The duel in the midsection, and especially the swing copter part, which is really stressing. And for the preparation, I don't really have much time for this level. I'm just using my muscle memory on this one, because gotta do something more in real life, and I think that's all.
Okay. All right. Well, best of luck. I think we are ready to
Trouble,
get started.
just make sure you have the right timer here.
Oh yeah, I do. It's just it just like restarts every time I go back onto the scene. Don't worry, I have the right timer. If everyone can hit the refresh button, the update button below the red X.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
30 minutes.
30? Okay.
All right. I do believe ItzSalty is. I know they were saying their English isn't the best, so maybe they're not understanding that, but that is fine. Generally, I saw them playing it. I know they can do this. So, all right, we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. That is the 30-minute timer started. This is our final round of Ice vs Sigma. However, Team Sigma, it is worth keeping in mind Ice already did get 2 points on the board, or 2 cleanse score, which means they have already technically won the match. We're just doing this final round just out of respect to the players. They have put time into practicing this, and yeah, this is just kind of for fun. We'll see if Ice can get the clean sweep, get 3 cleanse score, or if Team Sigma can get a point on the board. Anyway, Idols, very interesting level. I was actually very excited to see this level get picked. It's a level, and I know it's probably quite frustrating because I know for a fact this level has some very interesting choke points. It has a few bugs in it, but we already see players getting into the qualifying range here. I believe Asolihinn and zLayse, and also Gab as well. So this is already good points on the board for everyone. And also, ItzSalty is actually, I believe, a mobile player. In fact, talking of which, we should have some player information if you can pull that up.
Yeah, I can. We'll start with the people for Ice Clan, starting with zLayse. Their hardest right now is Reverence, but they are currently going for 7 club step and have it in 3 runs, which is definitely a step up in difficulty.
To be clear, that was
moving
7
on.
club step because it kind of sounded like silent club step through your mic for a second.
Oh, apologies. Moving on to Gab with a hardest of Wazaretta, which I think this is the second time I've seen a Wazaretta hardest. Not too surprising. But they have also beaten Luchaverse and Killbot. Definitely more notable levels from like a couple of years back. You don't see many people beating Luchaverse and Killbot as much anymore.
Oh, yeah,
but
for
it's so
sure.
cool to see.
Also, we do see zLayse, Asolihinn, and Gab all in really, really good first attempts here. Oh, and ItzSalty is changing
their icons.
Oh, and Asolihinn died.
can help,
That
it can
is
help.
good points on the board. Oh, did they get the points for that?
It looks like it said they got 0, which is strange. I'm gonna leave it for now. If it happens
That was
again,
somewhere in the
we can-
60s. If Tireless is happy to jump on that sheet, and just we'll put like something like 65, and if it's really close, then we'll just have to go into break and check it.
Yeah.
If it's not that close,
Yeah,
then it's fine.
Yeah, it seems to be working for all the other players, so we're good because it's working for Gab.
Right,
Very,
and also
very
Gab
strange.
did die, and then zLayse is currently at 81%, so we could be seeing a completion for Ice here. I think this would also be first attempt. This is the same player, by the way, that only beat the level yesterday, and is getting a completion, a possible completion, first attempt of this round, which is kind of crazy. Did they die to the weird triple spike thing? No, they don't. So it's just the final ship remaining. So this is, yeah, this is an interesting level. This is the longest level that we've had so far in the GDCT.
Oh yeah, by a lot as well.
Yeah, it is nearly 4 minutes long. So in fact, anything beyond 4 minutes is just not even allowed to be played. So this is probably gonna be the longest, or one of the longest levels we see in the entire tournament. zLayse does get that completion, 250 points on the board. That's quite the way to start the round. So already Ice is up to 422 points.
Taking an early lead, but not by that much. Only about a completion, just over a completion. Obviously, there's still so much time left in this match due to it being a 30-minute long round.
Yeah. We also
Team
do
Sigma
see...
can still definitely get a point on the board here.
Well, talking of Team Sigma, we do see Asolihinn currently at 61%, so they're actually into that 2x multiplier range. And also, talking of Team Sigma, if we want to pull up the... you know what, I can pull up the information here for Team Sigma. Let me do that.
Ooh, and that is a death at, I believe, 67 for Asolihinn.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 69, the other funny number. My bad.
So for Team Sigma, we have Asolihinn, whose hardest is Oblivion, which is actually, I think, also the second time we've seen that today. And they were the first victor in Indonesia, so that's cool. They were also a verifier of a level called Codename Finale, which isn't rated, but it is a rate-worthy extreme demon that could be worth checking out. That is Codename Finale, to be clear. And also, ItzSalty, who recently, very recently, actually posted it in the server, sank as a hardest on mobile and was the first mobile victor. They've also beaten other levels of mobile, such as Belloc, Boogie, and Endless Dream. So a very good mobile player here. You can actually tell by the little dot on their screen where they're tapping. They're also playing this round on mobile. So, yeah, very impressive.
Not only that, but they're currently the farthest out of anyone right now.
They are currently
I believe that's 57%.
Yep. So they're just about to get into that 2x multiplier range. So yeah, very good mobile player. I don't know about you, but I would not be getting to 64 on idols on mobile. Talk about in the middle of a competitive GD
Definitely
event.
not. Definitely not.
We also see zLayse currently at 52%. That means before you were born. Close enough.
Yeah, the song in this level is great. Absolute peak.
This cube that Gab is currently at, I've heard some interesting things about. He's currently past it, but the infamous cube with like the lightning bolt in the background.
Yep.
From what I've heard, it's generally pretty easy, except for like 2 clicks, I believe, which are apparently just awful.
Still very, very close game right now.
Oh, yeah,
players
for sure.
pretty
Only
early on in
88
the level
points
other than
apart.
Gab.
Well, actually, Asolihinn is in the qualifying range at least.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even notice that.
Honestly, none of us, as in me and Fox, have beaten idols, which is kind of crazy. We've beaten quite a lot of extremes, and especially like those sort of like OG extremes. None of us have beaten idols. I feel like we got to change that.
We do at some point, definitely. But yeah, it's a very I don't know if cool is the right word. It is a cool level, but it has some of that early, well, a lot of that early 2.1 jank, and I think I kind of like it for that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Gab very, very far right now at 87%.
As we speak, I'm actively getting DMs from someone I like barely know, and they're definitely got like their account hacked or something. So that's cool.
That's
You can
unfortunate.
tell, yeah, you can tell with the messages. Anyway, we do see Gab currently in the last ship. Can they get that completion? Would this be the first completion for Gab? I believe so.
This would, yes, and it would be the second for
What?
Ice.
What is zLayse doing? Oh, crying emoji. Interesting, and GG to Gab getting a completion on the board. I'm very, you know. Oh, okay.
Oh, and they're back in the level.
That was a cool little side quest. You
Just
see
need to
Asolihinn
express their
also
frustration with the level.
about to get into that 1.5 times multiplier range.
Still within a completion, but both of the players on Team Sigma are in the 1.5 times multiplier right now. Or sorry, not both of them. ItzSalty is still at first qualifying. However, both the players on Ice are not in the qualifying, so this could be a chance for Team Sigma to catch up here.
Definitely. I'm actually going to take my hoodie off. It is so warm. Yeah, we see very good attempts from both players here. ItzSalty making it into that 1.5 times multiplier range.
Interestingly, zLayse actually got a completion on their first attempt, but ever since then, it seems like the nerves have really got to them because they've been having a lot of deaths in the first half of the level, which is understandable.
Yeah. No, for sure. I don't know how this level would be to play in, like, a round. I can't lie. Like, I've just heard so many choke points in this level and so many, like, weird bugs that, like, it just sounds so frustrating. ItzSalty getting a death there. But I do believe that was good points on the board. I also see Asolihinn still going. This could be a completion for Team Sigma.
I can't personally speak on this level, but as far as playing XL levels in these types of matches, I definitely dread it a little bit, just because there's more you can die to that you didn't practice, you know?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. There's just so much to do in a singular attempt.
Especially in a level like this.
Yeah. We see Asolihinn in that final ship. Can they get a completion on the board?
This would put Team Sigma in the lead.
Yep, there we go. So actually, yeah, that does put Team Sigma into the lead. However, we do see both players on ice in the qualifying range, so they're probably going to steal it right back. But right now, they do have the lead by 33 points. With 18 minutes, 23 seconds remaining. It's actually longer than most rounds that we see in the tournament. We see zLayse making it into the second half. We see Gab also getting into that 1.5 times multiplier range. And also ItzSalty getting into that 1.5 times multiplier range as well. They are on an LDM, I believe. Is this like a built-in LDM? I have no idea. I mean, either way, they are playing on mobile, so it is more understandable.
I do believe it is a built-in LDM.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure I saw them enter on the actual level.
See zLayse going into the 70s here. We also see Gab about to go into that 2 times multiplier range. Asolihinn into the qualifying range as well. And also ItzSalty on a pretty good attempt as well, actually. Nearly into that 2 times multiplier range. So actually, we're on pretty much like good attempts all around right now.
Yeah, everyone in at least the 1.5 times multiplier right now.
Which I guess is to be more expected with a level like this, just because of how long it is, but still very good. We see Asolihinn dying in the cube part, unfortunate. We see zLayse jumping over that triple spike. It's a weird, I don't think it's like, I guess it's still kind of like a triple, but I think you land on like a platform, right?
Yeah. We might be seeing a double completion here from Ice Clan, which would definitely give them a impressive lead, though ItzSalty is also approaching the ending and might be able to cancel out one of those completions.
Yep, we see zLayse getting the completion. Gab about to go into that final ship, and actually ItzSalty also in the credits section, so we could be seeing a completion for ItzSalty.
I do believe this would be our first triple completion of today's match, which would be impressive considering this is a 4-minute long level.
Oh yeah, for sure. And also ItzSalty would be getting the mobile completion here, and they pull it off. That is a double completion from Gab and ItzSalty. We see zLayse searching up something again. I mean, they've won at this point, right? They already got their I don't mean this round. I mean like the ice is already moving on to the qualifying range.
Yeah.
Quarterfinals. What am I saying?
Again, this is still an insanely close match.
Oh yeah, for sure. We see Asolihinn back into the cube section here, actually passing it this time. Yeah, so I would say all eyes on Asolihinn at the moment. They're definitely on the best attempt right now. Although, we do see Gab getting into the qualifying range here, and zLayse just a little bit behind. Yeah, Asolihinn getting into the 70s here. This could be really, really good for Team Sigma. In fact, it is currently inside of a completion game, with only 153 points setting them apart. Gab into the cube section, that is the 1.5 times multiplier range, and also zLayse also joining there. ItzSalty, dying literally just inside of the qualifying range at 22%. So that is points on the board, though.
Definitely needed for a long level like this. If Asolihinn does beat it here, it would put Team Sigma back in the lead. However, Gab is not far behind at 55%. Ooh, and that is a death from Asolihinn.
I keep seeing the crying emoji from zLayse. It's pretty cool. Gab currently at 62%, dies right as I bring it up, but they do get inside that 2x multiplier range, so that is good points on the board for Team Ice. Are they... Yeah, okay. No, that's fine.
All the players here in the beginning right now. Everyone died at around the same time.
Yeah, we see Asolihinn could be getting into the qualifying range here. zLayse just like DMing someone. zLayse is like very just, you know, isn't stressing at all. Just like searching up images and DMing people. Just a casual match.
Yep.
And to be fair, they still have 761 points, so they're doing good.
That is true. All of our players here having generally around the same amount of points.
Yeah.
Only about a 200 different point difference between the player with the most and the player with the least.
Which, considering ItzSalty currently has the least, but they're also playing on mobile, and they're you know, they're still keeping up. That's very, very impressive. So everyone back before the qualifying range here. We do see ItzSalty and zLayse almost synced up. They're not too far apart. They could both be getting into the qualifying range. zLayse does, ItzSalty does, and now not too far behind we see Gab also attempting to get back into that qualifying range. I'm actually kind of curious how long it takes to get to the qualifying range in this level. Did we already talk about all the players? Did we use all the player info for your idols?
I believe we did. Yes, we did. We did talk about all the players already.
Gotcha.
zLayse going to YouTube. Oh boy.
zLayse kind of trolling. Oh, that's cool.
Seems to be pulling up some sort of ASMR type video, from what I could tell.
Yeah.
Relaxing their nerves, perhaps.
Definitely, definitely. Okay. We see Gab currently at 48%. We see Asolihinn at, I believe, 42%. So I have some good runs on the board, and actually ItzSalty at 60% as well, so getting into that 2x multiplier range. Their screen share is starting to freeze a bit. Hopefully it comes back here. It's struggling, but it is there. Oh, and they did just die as well. We see Gab getting into the 2x multiplier range, and not too far behind is Asolihinn, who could also be getting there. So at the moment, all eyes on Gab and Asolihinn. We have 9 minutes 47 seconds remaining. Ice currently with 1,709 points, and actually Team Sigma with 1,765. So they actually do have the lead at the moment. They could be getting that point, which would be a nice way to at least end it for them. They will be getting eliminated from the GDCT, but it would be good for them to actually get that point on the board, just out of like I guess just for the pride of actually getting the point, right? But at the same time, Ice could also be moving on with, you know, a clean sweep. So we'll see what happens here.
Crazy. I was not expecting this to be the closest round of the day so far. I'm gonna be honest.
Interesting.
It's a very strange level.
We see Gab into that credits section. We also talk about the fact this level has like a credits section, then an ending, then an end screen. Like,
Yeah, it drags on a little bit.
actually, I'm thinking about it. I can't think of one other level that does that. It's Sinister Silence.
Oh yeah, well that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a common theme with the long levels, but just the credits then ending is kind of a weird one, but I guess they like to do that. I saw Asolihinn dying in the 40 cube there. That is in the 1.5 times multiplier range though, so it is good points on the board. However, Ice has taken back that lead at the moment, and currently nobody is in qual. However, zLayse is about to get there, opening the gap. Oh, did they die right before? They might have died 1%.
It looks like
before
they
quali-
died to 21%.
Yeah, that is
rather
1%
unfortunate.
before the qualifying range. That would have been really beneficial for them to get those points, just to open that gap even further. That's a very unfortunate death. I could imagine I'd be a bit frustrated, especially on a level this long, dying 1% before the qualifying. That's a lot of time used up.
Yeah, it's very, very rough.
We see ItzSalty at 30% on the way to that 1.5 times multiplier range. We also see Gab at a similar percent. In fact, they're not quite synced up, but they're not too far apart.
Still within a completion. About half of a completion. So, I mean,
Yeah,
at this
134
point,
points.
it really still is undecided who will be winning this final round here.
Ooh, and the death from zLayse there. We see Asolihinn at 31%. We see ItzSalty already all the way up at 51%, and Gab also at 52%. We could see a double completion from Gab and ItzSalty if they can both make it to the end here.
That would be awesome.
So currently, as it stands, very close game right now. We have Ice with 1,986 points. We have Team Sigma with 1,914 points. So yeah, it is very close. Only 73 points apart. Oh, and ItzSalty backing out of the level and going back in.
They seem to be changing their icons again.
We have some interesting strategies this round. We have zLayse with the crying emojis and the ASMR. We have ItzSalty with the changing the icons 2 times in the round. Only just over 5 minutes remaining. We see Asolihinn at 64%, so actually not 2 times multiplier range. See zLayse also going into that 1.5 times multiplier range.
Once again, Gab and ItzSalty at nearly the same percentage.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, ItzSalty just pauses, just, I guess, to take that away from you.
Yeah, so sad. Probably for sync reasons,
For
I would
sync reasons,
imagine.
exactly.
I can't even imagine how many rotated speed portals are in this level.
Yeah, definitely. See zLayse at 53%. We see Asolihinn, honestly, on the way to that, oh, right as I was about to say, on the way to that credits screen, they died. I believe that was 85%.
This is a chance for Ice to really take a lead here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
zLayse
Especially
can
with
get it
zLayse
far
being at
up front.
62%. And also Gap going into that 1.5 times multiplier range.
Funnily enough, we're almost approaching the point where if they started their attempt now, they would only be able to get one more completion.
Ooh, and zLayse does die though. Yeah, only 3 minutes 45 seconds remaining. Yeah, it's looking very possible for Ice to do a full clean sweep. But we'll see.
Especially with Gab at nearly 60% here.
Oh yeah.
And with Ice already in the lead.
We do see ItzSalty and Asolihinn in the qualifying range though, so never know what'll happen.
That is true, that is true.
zLayse back into the qualifying range as well, getting points on the board for Ice. Do keep in mind as well, not too long after this match, we will have Void vs Mlem happening. In fact, it's pretty much exactly an hour from now.
Yeah, about.
See Asolihinn getting into the second half of the level here. Oh, and actually Gab as well, jumping over that triple spike into the credit section. We see zLayse currently in the 1.5 times multiplier range. So we got several good attempts happening right now. I don't think we've seen a last ship death.
I don't think so either. To my knowledge, it's not that difficult, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think it's generally fine. I think it's probably like it's got to be chokeable, but like. And anyway, that is a completion on the board for Ice from Gab. There's another 250 points, which actually it's still inside of a completion game. Ice does take the lead back though, but you know the gap is only 227 points between them right now.
That could change here with zLayse's attempt right now.
Yeah, that's
They're
very true.
currently at the 2 times multiplier, meaning if they were to die right now, it would put them over a completion ahead, which they do. Oh my goodness, I feel so bad. But it does put them over a completion ahead of Team Sigma, and all the players are kind of near the beginning of the level. ItzSalty at the qualifying.
Yeah, I was going to say ItzSalty currently on the best attempt. Into this robot section that's supposed to be like... it's supposed to be weirdly easy for this level. I mean, I can't imagine this level is very well balanced. I think, in general, it's like...
Oh yeah, well, I mean... That's kind of how
Mega collab. Well, not just XL, but old... XL Mega Collab, Extreme Demon. Yeah, that's a combination. We do see we only have 24 seconds left on the timer. We'll be wrapping this up very soon. However, it will be interesting to see how long it takes for players to finish off their last attempt on a level like this.
That is true.
Well, actually, everyone's on pretty good attempts. Assuming no one dies in the next 3, 2, 1. Okay, everyone's on their final attempt.
And that can't tell if they paused or if they died.
Well, they did die. They hit. Yeah, they died. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right,
that is a choke point.
That is it for ItzSalty.
Let everyone finish off these attempts. This could be a little bit. Everyone in
Could be
qualifying
up
though.
to 2 minutes more.
Everyone at least in the 1.5 times multiplier range as well, and in fact, nearly everyone in the 2 times multiplier range. I'm gonna ask ItzSalty not to play a different level because you'll still be getting points on the mod. So if you can hold off, that'd be appreciated.
All players at the 2 times multiplier now.
we end this with a triple completion? Oh no, zLayse dies.
Oh! And that is it for zLayse.
Yeah, zLayse is done.
And that is it for Asolihinn as well.
Just Gab remaining. Can we get
Will they get a completion on the final attempt?
I think if Gab gets the completion here, did they get a or I guess
This would be 2 in a row. This would be 2 in a row if they get the completion here.
This would be 2 in a row, but also I think bottom left screen would have had a completion on the last attempt for every round.
That's funny.
They are in that credits section.
Asolihinn, we do ask that you stop playing the levels so that you are not earning any more points for your team as your time is up.
It's fine. We'll see the points on the. We know. I think generally Ice. Yeah, they
and there it is.
Won this round. There we go.
That is
a
the
completion on the board for Gab. That brings us to the end of today's match. To announce the standings of this round, Ice with 3,042 points, Team Sigma with 2,597, which means Ice gets a clean sweep here, winning all 3 rounds. Yeah, I guess we can talk to these players. So, zLayse, how are you feeling about your performance?
I'm kind of disappointed in myself because I know I beat it like on the first attempt I started, but then my consistency just went downhill, except at the end where I got like, I did the same click almost 3 times in a row. But yeah, I feel like I trolled a lot.
I mean, ultimately, you still won the round, and your points were still very high. So don't be too hard on yourself, you know.
I know. I feel like it was still a good round, but I could do better, I think.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, moving on to Gab, which showing some pretty cool images right now. How are you feeling about your performance?
I'm really happy of my performance. I did really great, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I did more than I wanted to do, so I'm very happy about that. I want to shout out all the Ice team that is casting in French all the matches that is going that goes qui sont passés là. Et dédicace à Franco parce qu'il m'a demandé. That's it.
Okay. Awesome. You did actually score the highest as well with 1,790 points, so very good job. I do believe we're not getting any interviews from the Team Sigma players here. I forget if Asolihinn was. It's been over half an hour.
Asolihinn is here. Asolihinn
is here. You're right. That's right. So Asolihinn, how are you feeling about your performance?
I feel like my performance was really bad because I only managed to beat it once and literally failed 3 times at the ending attempts. I was crashing out. Actually, it made me really mad because on how unfortunate I am, bro. Yeah, I'm just so pissed off.
That's completely fair. Yeah, I guess you still did good. You got 1,524 points on the board. I understand it can be frustrating. But yeah, I mean, either way, Team Sigma didn't quite get the points in the first 2 rounds, so ultimately, your performance didn't really mess anything up. You don't need to worry about anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that is everything for Ice vs Team Sigma, which means Ice will be moving on into the quarterfinals. Team Sigma will unfortunately be getting eliminated from the tournament, but their performance was very good. But that is everything from us to just now. I was going to say today, actually, in less than an hour, we're going to be seeing Void vs Mlam, so do keep an eye out for that. You can also join the Discord server. It's in the YouTube description. It's also in the Twitch About Me section. And yeah, thanks for joining, and that's it from us.